Hello everyone. This is the first time I've tried doing a live stream on YouTube. I haven't made videos in a while, but I thought this could work pretty well. I'm going to play some standard Hearthstone. I am playing a big priest list. Currently rank 15 for the month. I've just started my climb, and we'll see how this goes. I've been on I would say, a pretty good winning streak at the start of the month. In the past 2 days, I've been, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 2, which is awesome. It's a good way to start the month. But now that I'm recording this or streaming it, it'll probably go worse. But we'll see how it goes. So let's just go ahead and get into it. This deck, its goal is to kind of cheat out large value minions as fast as possible through cards like Barnes, who summons a 1/1 copy of a minion in your deck, or Shadow Essence, which summons a 5/5 copy of a minion in your deck, and then either resurrecting it or just keeping it alive. So this is actually a really good draw. We're on the draw, so we get the coin, which means we can play Barnes on 3, and then whatever minion they kill, we can resurrect on 4. So we'll go ahead and get rid of all of those. Playing Rogue, they're probably playing Tempo Rogue, so we just need to kind of survive the aggro. Potion of Madness will be really good for their early drops, and of course, just getting Barnes into play followed by whatever minion we have will be great. So he's got a Firefly in his hand. He mulliganed, looks like 1 card. So he's holding off on his turn 2 play, just going for the dagger, which is fine. Shadowward Horror will be really good for this deck. And then let's I think we'll probably take Dragonfire Potion. We'll go with Shadow Essence. I feel like we should be able to handle his minions alright already. So he'll play something on 3, but Barnes is playing him on 3 as a 3/4 is really good. So he's going to save his dagger, so we're going to go ahead and coin out Barnes and hope for Yasarj. Let's see what we get. We get an Obsidian Statue, which is really good. When it dies, it kills another minion, and it has a life steal, so whatever it deals damage to, we gain that much health back. So it took out his Firefly. Let's see what he plays. See, the nice thing is we'll be able to play our Eternal Servitude and get the Obsidian Statue back, except this time it'll be a 4/9 instead of a 1/1. He could have Assassinate in his hand, which looks like no, he doesn't. Here comes Patches. Oh, clever. But that's okay. See, we're going to kill something else anyways. He expended a lot of resources in order to do that, so that's alright. We can go like this, actually. We're going to go ahead and steal him. Run him into that, and yeah, this is probably the best use for this for now. Being on him on turn 6, and technically of only dealing 1 damage to us, he's played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 cards already in order to do a single damage, so that's alright. don't think we're too worried about anything right now. The ideal would be is he'll play a couple minions and we'll pint-sized potion and Shadow Word Horror, but we can go ahead and play Shadow Essence. And look, we get another Obsidian statue, which is just going to make it harder and harder for him to deal with. He's already expending a lot of resources to get rid of him. And now he's just trying to get things on the board to hopefully possibly save the Obsidian statue from killing anything useful. But either way, he's losing his big guy. We're going back to full, and we're getting more than one minion out of this. Let's see what we get. See, now we can just, so this is good. We can just go like this, and bring back another Obsidian statue. As you can see, we're making him expend tons of resources in order to try to get rid of this statue. We haven't even played any of our other minions yet. He's gone through Patches, he's gone through Van Cleef, he's comboed damage. And like I said, since we're on turn 7, his turn 8, and we still haven't gone below full health yet, it just makes we're in a really good spot. That's interesting. So I think what we'll go ahead and do is like I said, these aren't even our heavy hitters yet. We also have the Lich King in the deck. We technically still have 2 Obsidian statues. These have all just been created through other means. We have a Ysera and Ysarge. So at this point we're just kind of... He's run out of steam. He doesn't have much tempo anymore. So I feel pretty good about the position we're in. I'm actually surprised. Oh, see, he went and conceded. So that went well for us. Now we're up to rank 14. We'll do a couple more since this is the first live stream and I'm the only one watching it. It is 12:30 in the morning or sometime in the middle of the night, wherever you might be. So let's go ahead and do another one. The other deck I have for standard is Mill Warrior and Pirate Warrior. My Pirate Warrior list isn't up to date with the current best list, I guess you would say. And Mills, I like playing Mill Warrior, but it's really it's a harder deck to play than Big Priest. It has require a lot of good decisions, and this late at night I'm just not really in the mood to try to think of those decisions. So this is either, this could be a Mill Warrior, it could be like Taunt Warrior, or it could be Pirates. So we're still going to throw pretty much everything back, I think, and hope for a Barnes. Oh, and looks like we got Barnes, so that's fantastic. So we get to play Barnes on 3 again, which makes us happy. We don't have our res, but that's okay. So we didn't play anything on 1, so that's... And what do we have here? Interesting. So whenever he plays a minion, deal 1 damage to it. So he's probably got like Frothing Berserker, I think. Stuff like that. That should be interesting. I think this will be good. Because we have a Silence in our hand in case he does some crazy damage combo. Like if he plays Frothing Berserker right now. Oh, see, look. That's pretty clever. It's interesting. I haven't seen this list before, so we'll see what happens. We'll go ahead and coin out our Barnes again and hope for Ysarge. Let's see what we get. beautiful, which will then pull out a full-size obsidian statue. That's pretty fantastic, actually. Well, I guess you can say that went well. The big priest list is very much high roller. There's a lot of smart plays you can make with it. I mean, we are only running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We only have 5 creatures in the deck. Everything else is spells, 6 creatures if you count Barnes, but he doesn't really count. Everything else we have to do is through spells and smart plays and to survive aggro lists, and we're pretty well equipped for that, but we have to be able to survive because you don't always get a roll out of Barnes on turn 3 like I've done in these 2 games. Being able to survive without Barnes is important, especially if sometimes you like Shadow Essence and you pull out a Barnes instead of, you know, someone useful. Shadow Essence will make a copy of a minion in your deck and put it into play as a 5/5. It doesn't get its battle cries or anything, so Barnes won't summon somebody else, but pulling out a Barnes that does basically a 5/5 instead of, you know, like the Lich King or a Ysera or a Ysarge who will do something afterwards is not as great. Okay, so we're playing Rogue again. I think we will keep the Shadow Word Pain because there's probably something we're going to want to kill. Not a great draw. We'll have to see how this goes. They're a 500 win Rogue since they've got their Golden Portrait. I'm not playing anything on that, so that's good. Let's see if we can get... I think we're going to need this in a couple turns for some type of tempo play to get us going. Silence will be good if he plays a really big Edwin Van Cleef. The fact that he's not doing anything is actually really good for us considering how slow our draw is. He's probably going to play like Prince Keliseth or something like that, which is if he has no 2-cost spells in his deck, all his minions get +1/+1. Okay, so far so good. I'm not sure what he's doing. I guess Mill Rogue could still be a thing? Maybe? Huh. Oh, I think we're going to get the Edwin Van Cleef here. And that is why we kept... That's why it was good to have the silence. So we can just go like this. So he wasted an Eviscerate on us to try to get a big Edwin Van Cleef, which didn't really work out for him. He used his coin, he Eviscerated, and now Edwin's dead. So that's a good spot for us. Especially now that we can Shadow Essence. Or we could Barnes. Let's go ahead and Barnes first. Let's high roll that Obsidian Statue again. No, we're just gonna leave. We're gonna save Shadow Word Pain for later. The next turn we can Shadow Essence, or if we draw an Eternal Servitude, we can go with that. I really like being on turn 6 and having only 2 damage on us. See, now we can we'll just go ahead and kill that guy. Well, no, maybe we'll just, we can Shadow Essence anyways. Because that's actually funny now, that means we have 2 Obsidian Statues still left in our deck. Look, there's another Obsidian Statue. Let's see if he has another sap. I mean, he could. Okay, so that's... He takes no damage this turn, but he still has to run his guy into it. We're going to go back to full. And then we can Eternal Servitude anyways and bring him back. Or we could... Let's do this. Lich King. Death and Decay is really good against any of these kind of tempo decks. Oh, hey, look. Marin the Fox. So he's new. So this guy is really good, but it's actually really funny because we can just do that and make it worthless. And then let's go ahead and just kill Marin the Fox. Smash him with the Lich King. And what do we want to do? Do we want to... Yeah, let's go ahead and play an Obsidian Statue. That card's pretty useless. That's the worst one we can get, actually. So I was kind of expecting the sap, so that's okay. We're going to mill something, but that's alright. We can go like... Let's see, if we go... What do we want to do? We can go Shadow or Pain, right? Yeah, we can do that. We can play the Lich King again. And maybe get something better than Army of the Damned. Anti-Magic Shell. That's fantastic. See, the big priestess has so many big minions, they use all their resources trying to kill him. And eventually they run out. We can just res things, we can, you know, whatever. See, and he's still, and we have a full hand of cards. He's still going to lose 2 of his minions. See how great that was? Especially when we go like this. So now he's had to deal with 3 or 4 obsidian statues. Three obsidian statues. And guess what? We're going to play another one. Let's go. That was actually the wrong play, but that's alright. Here comes Patches. Expect him to be here. So it's Ysera. We don't want a Shadowy Essence right now, so let's just go ahead and go with another Obsidian Statue. We still have another one in our hand. That was pretty good. So I think we go... I forget what that one does. Drawing Anduin would be pretty good. Oh yeah. I remember now. Oh look, that was a good draw. And we still have our Greater Healing Potion in our hand. We have our Shadowy Essence to pull out Ysera or the Lich King. So let's go like this, and then like this. Frostmourn's a really good card. Whatever we kill, when it finally goes away, we resummon whatever we kill. That's fine, actually. I'm not too worried about that. I know it seems like I should be worried, but I'm really not. So we're going to go like this. I think the right play is to... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We go like... That seemed bad. Can he do 14? Oh, well, that's unfortunate. That's pretty lucky. What could we have done different? I feel like we should have won that. What did we do wrong? We could have... Well, when we did the Shadow Essence and got the Lich King, but when I thought it was Eternal Servitude, I was playing too fast. Drawing a Shadowbird Death would have been good. So he got Mind Games, which was good. He got 2 Mind Games, actually, so that was really lucky. The fact that he discovered both of those, which seems pretty low to get both of those in 2 different hallucinations. Well, that's alright. Overall, this deck, I'm 43 and 28 with it, so I can't really be too upset. So I don't see many Big Priest players, actually, so I think this is either the 40 Health Priest, which I doubt, so it's more likely they're playing Shadow Reaper Anduin. So we can keep, honestly, we'll probably keep all of these. We'll toss this. And we're really, really lucky, apparently, to mulligan into Barnes. That's pretty fantastic, actually. Let's see. The only problem with playing against another priest is if they Shadow Madness the token Barnes creates, which can be a problem, because then they get the death whatever it happens to be. Um, though it's not a problem if Barnes pulls out Yasarj, I guess. Okay, so it's definitely Anduin Priest, so that's okay. The next turn we'll coin out Barnes and see what happens. They didn't get a free card. They'll have to settle for attacking me. Okay, let's roll the dice. Show me Yasarj. Nope. Sarah. That's okay though. So they can't leave Ysera alive, obviously. They could Potion of Madness Ysera into my own Barns, or they'll just do that, so that's fine too. Yep, that is all okay, because now we're going to Eternal Servitude Ysera back. And with her being at 4 attack, she's really hard for them to deal with. It lets us to put a lot of pressure on early. Like we can play the Laughing Sister and Shadow Word Pain, the 3/3, or we can play the Emerald Drake or something like that. And it makes Dragonfire Potion really good. Because, well, this and this is dragon, so we can play this maybe. Do something. But yeah, coining out Barnes is usually pretty fantastic, especially when you're holding Eternal Servitude in your hand. Most people concede right then and there. Oh, they're digging. Okay, so I think what we do is we'll go like this and then play out the Laughing Sister, and then we'll just go face. If they run him into Ysera, we'll see what happens, because we'll. So they got all their high rollers too, but that makes a Dragonfire Potion really good. Basically, we have to out tempo Shadow Reaper Anduin. And see, that doesn't even matter because it's still gonna die. So let's go like this. At the right play. Let's think. Let's think here. Yeah, I think the right play is to go like this. Do that. Do that. Then that. It puts them really on the back foot, especially since it's lethal now. So 7, 11, 12, 13. 13, even if they kill Ysera. If they don't kill Ysera, they can die to Ysera Awakens and Holy Smite. They're still dead though, I think. 11, 15, 1 short. Let's see, 11, 16, 17, 18. That's too bad. So I guess we'll have to just play it like normal for now. So we'll go this, that. Let's go ahead and play. That's good. Double Ysera Awakens. I imagine they will be conceding shortly. Oh, nope. That's pretty good, though. I guess I shouldn't have assumed they would concede, but Ysera's still ticking away at them. See, we're gonna get another card out of Ysera though, so that's really good. We'll just go like this, and let's go ahead and play this, and we'll get. Ooh. Can't be. I think you're just gonna go with another. This guy. And last turn. Even if they take Obsidian Statue, like say they mind control or something, which they can't because they're only on turn 9, we can silence the Obsidian Statue, and then we've got more than our share of value out of Ysera. Oh, see someone else is watching. Thanks for stopping by at this freakishly late hour, whoever you might be. I appreciate it. He's digging to try to stop, but between having double Ysera Awakens, a Nightmare, a Holy Smite, we can put out tons of damage. Got to be able to kill it, so he has to have a 1 mana cost spell in his hand. Well, that's fine. We don't care about that too much. Okay, so we're gonna go like this. So that's 9. So that went well. Depending on what my draw is, I can have a hard time with Rizakis Priest. They do have a lot of answers in the deck. I don't think they run mind control actually, so I don't know why I was worried about that. But that was good. We what did we do? We went at 3-1. Not bad for our first live stream. Going for about 32 minutes now. So I think I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna go to bed. So it is pretty easy to get this up and running, so I'll probably do it again. I don't know what time, hopefully a little earlier maybe. Maybe someone will see the broadcast after it's done, so yeah, that was Big Priest. Here's, I'm going to show you what the list is for those who are curious. Request. Paladin Warrior Victor. Guess I should play some Mill Warrior some point in time to get those quests done. Mill Warrior is hard, so let's go look. Big Priest. My list looks like this. We have the 2 silences. They're important in for a number of reasons. We use the silences if we're playing against like combo mage, quest mage, and they're frost noving or blizzarding our minions. Silencing a Ysarge or a Lich King or something like that also removes the frozen, so we can deal damage when they're not expecting it. We can preemptively pop an ice block, which is really good. Holy Smite just for picking off little minions and things like that. 2 pint-sized potions so we can put things in range of Shadow Word Pain and Shadow Word Horror. Potion of Madness, which is it's a really good card when we have to deal with aggro decks. Especially, like I said, if I'm playing another priest, stealing their minions or stealing a minion that has a death rattle effect is really good and can really mess up their tempo plays, though it does add another person to our Eternal Servitude list, but usually that's not a problem. Shadow Visions to find extra copies of Eternal Servitude, or greater healing potions, or whatever we feel like we need. Shadow Word Pain, Shadow Word Death. There's Barnes, Eternal Servitude. We got our 1 greater healing potion. Sometimes we need it to get out of death range, or if we switch to Shadow Reaper Anduin to give ourselves a big heal. Shadow Word Horrors, really good. There's our Dragonfire potions, really good for clearing out aggro decks. things like that. There's our Shadow Essence, one free from Amber. We got our own Shadow Reaper Anduin because sometimes it's just really good if we're playing against, if we're up against the ropes on, let's say, like Jade Druid, which is a really hard matchup. Shadow Reaper Anduin can clear the board for us, buy us some time. It can also put additional pressure on like a Quest Mage, because Quest Mage isn't going to kill you before they go off, so our healing's nice to keep us there, but sometimes we just need the hero power to kind of put them more on the defensive. We have our package of creatures, the Lich King, 2 Obsidian Statues, Ysera, and Yasharj, Rage Unbound. As you can see, none of these have battle cries except for Barnes, so when Barnes summons them, we can get their effects. Yasarj will go pull out another creature at the end of turn if he's a 1/1, from Barnes. Ysera will give us cards. So all these things still have these great effects for us. So, I mean, we're really running these 5 creatures. I don't count Barnes as a creature, he's utility. He's there to go get us somebody better. Also, if you can silence the creatures Barnes pulls out, so let's say we are worried about them, I don't know, we actually need the creature on the board. If we pull out like an Obsidian Statue as a 1/1, or just whatever, there's cases where we might want to silence the creature, which will turn it back into its original state. So like Obsidian Statue would be a 4/10 instead of a 1/1. It won't have life steal or its death rattle effect, but it'll be alive. It'll be a 4/8, and we can do stuff with it. So thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in, and have a good night.